Hello everyone. First of all, I appreciate all the positive reviews on my videos, and at the same time, as I promised, I'll be keep on bringing all the learnings I get from my clients. So this is one of the application which I'll be presenting today. Its name is margin erosion application, which means that when we budget to our customers, we expect some very nice margins, but we end up in an income statement with a little lower margins generally, but sometimes it can be far different than what we expected. So to control that, we have this application, and it can answer any questions relating to that. So let's see how deep we can go. So in left side you have a month. You can just select a month and start analysis. So I choose March, and for the March, as you see that we estimated 29%, we received 17%, and this is the chart for your segments, that which segment we sell generally more than the other one, and we can see that the margins of one segment can be seen in comparison to another segment. In the bottom, these are our customers. The red ones given low margins, then blue one given medium margins, and the green and the dark blue given us good margins. So you can just choose, and it lets us have the information for that particular customer only. I would like to know how 29% estimated margin end up with 17% actual margin. So let's check that. So I first press profitability plot. In that you can see here. So this is the pre-fixed month which we chosen from previous dashboard. I can remove it. I can choose again if I want. I can choose another month if I want. I can choose 3 months if I want. It's up to me how we can do it. So at the same time, I come back with history by selecting this. So I can just go on my history, that what all analysis I have done with what filters. So I can come back to the month March, which I came from my previous dashboard. So here the upper plot is estimate margin plot, and the bottom plot is actual margin plot. So when I zoom it, this means that I plotted all my sales orders on the positive curve of 0 to 100% margin, and on the negative curve as 0 to minus percentage, because sometimes we don't have cost and we just get return order, so it gets into total loss. So that's why it is going more into the left side. So in this we can see that these are some of the orders which are to some extent acceptable, because they are above 25, and at the same time there are green orders. So I'm not going to choose red order, because for sure there are a lot of problems in that, but let's see what happens in the green ones itself. So we'll see one of the order which is little higher. So let's check this 665 number, sales order number. So we have chosen this order, and then I said in-depth assistance. So it's highly intelligence embedded inside the dashboard, that is going to show us information for this order first, which means the order quantity was 3 million. We produced 2.993 million. We invoiced 2.921 million, which end up with leftover quantity within our stock, within our warehouses, as 72,000. So this is a quick check that lets us have that this overproduction is one of the main reason for margin erosion in this case. And then you have your estimated cost and actual cost. You can see there's a huge difference of 9%. Now out of that, this is the margins which we have, which we proposed and which we really got, and this is what we invoiced to customer. And you can see here that whatever is a leftover quantity, that has a value of 7,000 dirhams in our stock. So this is what is a loss to us, but at the same time this leftover quantity has gone into scrap, so that's why the valuation has reduced, or it may be the finished good also. So still not satisfied, so let's check far more things. I get into now variance plot, which lets us have a detail on material variance and overall production variance. As you know, generally contribution margin from material is the most accurate prediction for our month closing. So that's why material variance is specifically shown here, other than the overall production variance, because that's coming from absorption. So now at 2% of material variance, it's showing green, but there might be many orders that have 4, 5 or 7% material variance, that will get into greener side. Like in this case, it has 9% variance, which is 10, and it's going into the red side. So again, this particular order material variance is good. Overall variance has a problem. So let's check where is the problem. So when I reach to cost allocations, here I can see that two production orders got generated for this customer and this particular sales order, and these were the item codes, and these item codes, one of them is for sure a scrap because it is showing as a negative, and the same time another one is because if you can see the production, it started with RW, means rework, and this is the main production order. So that's what it has shown, that this is how the variance came. But let's choose one of the order and find out what happened. So you can see that red means overconsumption. So in this case, the labor is overconsumed. In this case, material is overconsumed, machine is overconsumed, actual overhead is overconsumed. So this particular case, there are overconsumptions are there. Even there is overproduction and overconsumption. Both are there. So, but how's the situation with other orders? So how we see that at this point? So we reach to analysis. Lot of efforts have been done to reach here, and now we want to just see other orders. So sudden question came from management. What happened to some order number they have given? So you just come out of all that. So let's assume I come out to back to my March month. So I can see there are filter on the positive and negative variances. So in this case, this positive, in this case negative. So if I choose any of these finished goods, I can see that there is nothing consumed. So it's on planned status. So I want closed status orders, and in closed status orders, let's see that the variance of an order 584. So you see this gets converted into a color green, which means it's a underconsumption of material, underconsumption of machine, underconsumption of overheads. So that's the beauty. So you don't need to break your analysis in between and then come back to another screen like Excel. When management asks questions, we try to find answers in another Excel sheet, and sometimes that Excel sheet is too lousy and you can't even get anything out of these sheets, and you'll end up losing interest from your management. So here I can easily go back and come back to what we were analyzing, and you can see that we reached to the same sales order number. So we from any given point of time, we can go in one direction and come back to that direction. Like in Google, we search something and then we didn't find something good, and then we come back and then we try to find with different phrase. Qlik Sense is designed to answer any kind of questions coming from the users. So I reach back to my order and then I want to analyze what happened to my material. So you can see I brought here entire bill of material that shows the estimated quantities proposed while we budgeted our sales order is this and we consumed this. The estimate cost is this, actual is this, the variances are this. So this is integrated to Infor LN, and Infor LN has all these capabilities, and these capabilities were not able to show in that fashion which I'm trying to show. So that's the thing. I'm easily taking action that which specific material is overconsumed, which material group has been overconsumed, and come back, and then again I go back to machine analysis. In machine analysis, I can see what is proposed hours, what is actual hours. So in this case, you can see that the proposed hours were 53. However, we consumed 67. So that's the reason we get into overconsumption of man hours. So if you see based on the variance amount, the major variance came from work center ending. Why? Because they have actual hours equal to 47 but estimated were only 31. So it's a 11,000 loss in this particular application. So let's come back to labor. Same way you have labor hours, same way you have air overheads. So what we drilled at this stage, we take a decision to check overheads overall for the month of March. So you can see that actual overheads for March is 754,000, estimate is 823. So overheads on an average is for sure in terms of performance is good, is favorable. So in labor, if you see, it's also favorable. And if you see material, let's go to material, because that's where the major issue happens. So that's also in terms of equal in terms of the amount. So let's come back now to our main dashboard. So I would like to show here one more thing, that in this chart where we only seen one single order in the previous analysis, you can see here all the orders. So where are the leftovers? Where are the leftovers which are positive or negative? So which means positive means underproduction, negative means overproduction. So that's the reason the color also changes. So at the same time you can see the variances plot by customer, by customer product. So you can easily trace this Excel also if you want to download back into Excel and do some analysis outside the system, that's also possible. Let me share one more last analysis in this application is called machine analysis. Now we can see in this chart how the variances are estimation and actual by machine, by work center, by task, by group. So example I want to see by machine, you can see that this particular machine is having 10.4 estimated and 9.9 actual, which is good. The another machine is 7.1 and 7.2. So the Rika machine is having a difference of 71,000. So that's the difference of this particular machine. So same way you can choose that this machine belongs to which work center, it's cutting, which task has created this issue on Rika machine. Generally these are the tasks. So you can see that there are n number of possibilities to answer any kind of question. So let's try to build applications like Google that you can go and search your enterprise data. Generally Google is having a public data, but we'll build you a data warehouse, a data lake, where you can answer whatever questions are coming from your management and improve. Thank you so much. I think that's what I would like to show today. And I'll try to bring one more application on backlog management and operation control. That application allows many measures like OTIF, whether we are delivering on time or in full, whether we are how much trucks are needed if we are going to sell our current stock, which is on order stock, and we'll see how the in progress orders can further be analyzed on raw material availability, and we can just schedule those orders on machines or not. So what are the in progress purchasing pipeline that can support in production? So that operation analytics is what I'll be bringing in next video. Thank you so much for all the support, and it's really nice talking to the people who are contacting me, and it boosts my morale, and I'll keep on working hard and then bring some more analysis to you. So if you face any challenges in your organization also, and if you think that Infor LN is an alternative to the solutions, so we support Infor LN as well. At the same time, we support analytics. So both the systems are very much known end to end to us, and then we will be helping you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.